Slave trade in the 19th century was the most lucrative business in the East African region, driven by demand from the Arab slave traders. Zanzibar, an island located on the Indian Ocean, was famous for its species soon established itself as a major collection center for slaves from areas like present-day Tanzania, Uganda, Kenya, and Congo. Reminders of those dark days are still evident at the renowned historical stone town, then the seat of Sultan of Zanzibar.
Very symbolic, but a very important symbolism, because this is where the center of slavery in East Africa was. But when you go to Stone Town, where the slave market was, you find the big hotels. The big names are all there.
Nearly 200 years later, there are concerns that modern-day slavery could be returning through unscrupulous employment bureaus, cropping up and taking the region's youth to the Middle East. In response, the East African Legislative Assembly wants to pass a law to address the rise in this crime. The Speaker of the Regional Parliament, Dan Fred Kidega, wants to use this sitting in Zanzibar to make history and have the Trafficking in Persons Bill passed.
This is the best place for us as a community, as an assembly, use Zanzibar as the port that was used for trafficking our people, to pronounce ourselves by passing a law against this evil practice.
Moved by the Ugandan representative Dora Byamukama as a private member's bill, the proposed law provides for the prevention of trafficking in persons, protection of victims, and prosecution of offenders.
And Zanzibar was known and has been known historically as having been one of the big slave markets on the African continent. And therefore this is highly symbolic, and I am glad that this bill will be considered during this sitting.
The Speaker Kidega says many young East African, especially girls, end up as sex slaves in Asian countries, and the region must rise to condemn the crime.
They are wood-winged to be looking for better lives outside this region. They end up being enslaved and tortured in the world out there where they are. And they are turned into sex slaves, and they are tortured in the houses of those masters. Our government must stand on top of this, and it is not acceptable in today's world. We as an assembly condemn this act, and that's why we are so committed to this law.
Human trafficking in the region is ranked third highest crime after arms and drug trafficking. A 2013 Trafficking in Persons report named Uganda as a major source and destination country for men, women, and children subject to forced labor and sex trafficking.
Some of these are lured by promises of jobs, a better life, unemployment, poverty, greed, and corruption.
During the era of slavery, people used to be tied on chains, beaten, with tears rolling over their cheeks. With the current day of modern slavery, people move freely to the embassies to apply for visas. But when they are denied, they instead cry. The question, why? Lawmakers of East African Legislative Assembly sitting here in Zanzibar will join this history by passing the Anti-Trafficking in Persons Bill. Jingo Francis, NTV.